6 years. 6 fucking years. It took us 6 fucking years to get a citizenship. I know people, I know some people need more time. I know some people don't ever get their citizenship, but we worked so hard for it. She worked so hard for it. I was just a kid. We came here because she wanted a better life for us. She wanted a better education for us. She wanted for us to have a better future. And now this is all gonna be taken away because of him. Because of that stupid, oh my god, stupid fucking felon. He's a felon. He's a villain. He's a felon. I don't want him here anymore. I can't. I'm not coming back. I'm never coming back here until he leaves the house. He's ruining my life, her life, and the lives of every single immigrant in this country.
Kamala's winning the popular vote. They're counting. They're still counting. The lead has gotten so much smaller. Actually, Kamala is up above Trump. A bump up. I'll take it. It's a bump up. And they're still counting. So I don't know what it all means. It might not mean anything. It might mean whatever. But I do know what it means. It means it's not a landslide. And it means more than half this country knew the truth. And the other half, a lot of them are still in the dark or finding out the truth. Anyway, meanwhile, I'm excited. I'm trying to reserve my excitement. This other lady, I'm going to tag her. She is so cute. She's just losing it a little bit. She's trying to stay calm. I get it. It really is really very good news. It took a while. But the count is still going. And I'd like to see what the final count is. I'm looking forward to the final result. The landslide isn't happening.
A lot of people have been asking me why I'm trying to flee the state of Florida with my family. The reason why we're trying to flee is because red states are going to implement Project 2025 first. And that should be obvious to everybody. Most, if not all of the red states already have abortion restrictions or outright bans. Some of them even have restrictions on birth control. If you think for even a second that they're gonna wait for the entire country to go under Project 2025, you would be wrong. They are going to start implementing it as soon as he is inaugurated. And Florida, the state that I live in right now, is right up on that list. We have one of the strictest abortion bans in the entire country, right next to Texas, among other things going on here. And I can promise you, with how much of a snake Ron DeSantis is, he's been itching to put all this stuff in place for a while now. And I can promise you, he's gonna be one of the first governors to do it, which is why it is so important for me to get my family the hell out of here before it gets bad.
Who's going to build the Texas not deportation camps? Who's going to build the Texas detention camps? Who's going to build them? I'll wait.
Breaking news about an hour ago. Jack Smith dropped the case against Donald for the election interference in 2020. Well done. He really is going to get away with everything. How do you have faith in our justice system? I mean, I get it. Like, it's been lacking and effed up for a while and has needed some sort of reform. But, like, I think it was Jon Stewart said that, like, our courts and our judges were one of the last real guardrails. But how do you have any faith in the justice system if we are literally going to let this man just do whatever he wants?
I got a question. So, at first it was, groceries are going to be cheaper, blase, blase. Now we've proved that they're not going to be cheaper. And now it's like, American made. We want American made. I bet. Who's going to build the factories? How long is it going to take those factories to get built so we can have American made products? Who's going to work in them for minimum wage? Are you going to work in a factory for 12 hours a day for minimum wage so these products can be affordable? Because you want to look at your Lord and Saviors, all of his merch was from China. But now it's about American made, not about cheaper products. Fuck cheaper. We want American made. Y'all, we had our Industrial Revolution. Did we not grow out of that?
In today's I Hate It Here news, Jack Smith has officially filed to dismiss the DC insurrection case against Trump. We knew it was coming, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating that it's actually happened. Now, he did file to dismiss without prejudice, so potentially, I mean, it could technically be refiled, but the likelihood of that happening is slim to none. It's almost 100% guaranteed that as soon as he takes office, he's going to fire Jack Smith and his whole team. So yeah, just another day where justice will never be served against a rich white man.
Fuck around and find out, chapter 1. Day after the election, I walked my grandkids to school, and they open the gate and the kids go in and we can walk them up to their lines. Well, this day, the normal coach and teacher who I know are blue voters, they were not there. Who was there, though, was another teacher who had an American flag and a red hat that right across it in big white letters said MAGA. My grandkids ain't gonna look at that. I looked at him as I walked in and I said, excuse me, that's not allowed. You shouldn't be wearing that at a school. Elementary school. He said, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Oh, what the fuck I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and call the principal. So I went and reported him. The principal said there was so many parents that were reporting him that day. So he's reported. They tell him to leave or take the hat off. He left. He wouldn't even take the hat off. He left. He was spewing MAGA shit the whole way through the school. And he no longer works there. Fuck around and find out you're going to get fired. You ain't going to spew your bullshit, especially around my grandkids. Let's see for chapter 2. Who's next?
So it's 3 weeks since the election, I believe. And there's only so much constant trauma and suffering that the mind can take in a situation like mine, ours. I mean, if we were in an active war and we were getting bombed and shit, that's a whole different story. Because you can't turn it off. Ever. But, I feel like my mind has relaxed a little bit. And I'm starting to get over the aches and the pain in my body that manifested and is still there. It's pain in the ass. Actually, it's pain in my scapula.
So for the people that voted for him, were you aware of Project 2025 and you just didn't care? Or did you really believe, like, he had nothing to do with it? I just want to know.
Good morning. I would just like to say to all of the Trump supporters who are losing family and friends and acquaintances because you voted for Trump and you feel like you're being slighted because of that, I think I can speak for most of us who are deciding to throw you away like trash because you deserve to be in the trash with your leader. There's not a single thing that you could do or say to make me feel guilty about saying fuck you because you voted for somebody that's going to take my rights away and your own rights. Dumbass. Like, you cannot make me feel bad about that. There's not a single thing that you could do to make me feel bad about that. Actually, knowing that this is bothering you makes me feel even better about the decision to cut you off. Hello?
Bitch, are we serious right now? Are we serious? Fuck the sad music montage, bitch. What in the fuck? I'm mad as hell. What the fuck is going on? Y'all sitting here crying. I'm crying too. I'm mad. What did y'all do?
I really don't understand why Trumpers think that TDS is an own against people who are against Trump. Because we're not the ones that are deranged. You clearly are.
I've seen some videos on here of Trump supporters openly mocking our very real grief. That lack of empathy, that of course was also shown at the polls, is the exact reason why I don't want any of you in my life.
Okay, this time I actually have a real, genuine question for Trump supporters. I want to know your answer to this. Is there anything that he could do to lose your vote? Literally anything. Is there anything, any action he could make that would make you not vote for him anymore? I'm genuinely curious.
I feel like for the first time in my life that it's not actually going to be okay. It's post-election, it's figuring out a job, it's all of it. I don't know if it's going to be okay. And that's kind of a crappy place to be. But also, I think, yeah. And maybe that's too personal to put on the internet, but I'm in a real bad spot, y'all.
This video is for all the really pissed off women right now. You know, the ones that are wanting to act real feral. We're looking for you. If that's not you, keep it moving. But if it is you, we need you in this fight. We are here fighting for women's rights to pass the Equal Rights Amendment and give us some protection in these upcoming years. So if you want to do something about how you're feeling right now, join us. We're ready for you.
A jury of his peers found him guilty of all charges. Judge Merchan's legacy will be forever tied to his cowardice to sentence Trump. Like, I don't know what it is about this man and why everyone is so fucking afraid to hold him accountable. But what they are doing is irreparable damage to the judicial system. It's almost as if crime is only crime if you are fucking poor.
So for everyone looking for an update on Trump dropping below 50% of the popular vote, I am pleased to announce that as of this afternoon, Trump is officially, as you can see, at 49.9%. So he can no longer say that he has the majority of America on his side. And I'm just beyond thrilled to be able to say that. And I understand. I'm not an election denier, but I feel like it will really bring some enjoyment and some light where we just know that he didn't really get the majority of America. And it's really just gonna really sit good over the next 40 years for us. But anyway, there's your update. And the margin has closed to 1.6%, and there are still quite a bit of states to report in. So there's your update.
I texted my mom and said, can we please make Thanksgiving a politics-free zone? And she left me on red. Since yesterday.